Welcome back to part 2 of Valheim. In today's episode I'll be showing you guys how you can find, summon and defeat the first boss easily, which you need to do to obtain a pickaxe, which will then allow you to mine minerals and get metal to upgrade weapons and armor and so on. Then I'll also be showing you how to make the ultimate starter house and also get honey by making a beehive so you can make your own mead, which is basically like the game's healing potion. Guys, if you missed the last episode, part 1, it was kind of like a starter guide. I'll link that down below in the description for you guys to watch. I'll also be live streaming this game later, so you can check out the next one in the playlist if you're interested. And guys, if you do enjoy the gameplay, please drop a like on the video for the YouTube algorithm. I really want to see this game do well. So the first thing we want to do is actually upgrade our crafting bench to level 2. Currently our workbench is only level 1. So we can only craft like a certain amount of things, and we can only upgrade a certain amount of things as well. So let's go ahead and repair all our stuff quickly. And then we're going to go ahead and equip our hammer. And if you go to crafting, you can see next to the workbench, you can actually craft a chopping block. But if you build it near a crafting bench, it will actually help you upgrade it to level 2. The next thing we need is a tanning rack. But as you can see, we need some additional flint and leather and deer hide to actually craft that. Workstation has been upgraded to level 2, and we can now craft ourselves all of this additional stuff, including a leather helmet. Now if I have a look on the map, I can see Eikthyr Shrine is just over here. It's not far away at all. So before we actually head over there and battle him, I do recommend that you have 100 stacks of arrows just in case. You're also going to need at least 2 deer trophies that are randomly dropped from deers. Obviously they're easier to kill with a bow and arrow. If not, you can sneak up behind them with a knife or another weapon to kill them in one hit. And then I also recommend you actually go ahead to your crafting bench and upgrade your crude bow to level 2, like I'm going to do right now, which will basically increase the amount of damage that it does. As you can see, now it's doing 25 piercing damage, which is obviously much more powerful. And also, we're going to go ahead and eat some of our food. A raspberry, cooked meat, and we also have a grilled necktail here as well. And that combination of food is actually going to increase our health by a lot. Now, if you guys haven't actually done it yet, in order to find the first god boss location, you need to come over here in the starting area where you respawn if you die, and you need to activate this tome just here. And that's actually going to show you the map location of the first boss, which for me, it's literally just over here, not very far away from the starting area. So now let's run over there. So here we are at the shrine of the first boss. Now to actually summon this boss, you are obviously going to need the 2 deer trophies to do so. Now before we do go ahead and summon it, there's a few things we can do to give ourselves an advantage. If you're doing this for 2 people, by the way, it's a lot easier. But if you're doing it on your own and you are struggling, there's a few things we can do. So if we go ahead and use our axe on some of the trees here. After you've chopped down some trees, find an area about 30 meters away from the boss area where you're going to summon it. I'm going to use the edge of the coastline here simply because the boss doesn't enter the water, so it means I'll have to use much less materials for the next step. You're going to need to build another wood bench like this one just here. And then you can actually start building things around that wood bench. So if I go ahead and build a stake wall, I can actually like fence off a whole area from the enemy, so it won't be able to actually get to me. So as you guys can see, I'm literally just building a palisade around the very edge because I know that this boss is not going to be able to get to me, but you can just build a circle around yourself to stop it from getting to you. And then just to leave room for the door, I'm going to leave like a little gap just here for me to get through, but then the boss can't get through here basically. The next thing we're going to do is build ourselves a support like a little lookout tower essentially just here. So we're going to put one stake down in the ground just there, and then we also need a flat sort of pedestal which we can put this on top of, like so, and then they will jump to the corners like so. So we can just go ahead and make sure it has 4 corners attached to it. Put the ladder just here, and then we can build another ladder up the top like so, and then we can get another platform and put it on the top here, and then we can go ahead and build a couple more supports for our rigged structure so it doesn't fall down. And now we have ourselves a little shooting platform, but we need to put a little bit of defense on here because the enemy is also going to be firing lightning at us. So we want a little defensive wall that we can basically shoot from. And now we can easily shoot the boss down as soon as it starts attacking us. Now if you want to be super safe, you can also do an outer perimeter wall, just because the boss has like a stomp AoE lightning attack that will do a lot of damage to you. But I mean, we don't need to do that. This is already pretty damn overkill, to be honest with you. And there we have it. Our lookout post is now complete. So we can start this boss fight, and we can run over here and just stand here and shoot the boss. It is still going to be quite epic, but you know, I'll show you guys how to do it without this. But you know, if you're struggling, that's probably the best sort of method to do it. Now, before we actually start this boss, as you can see, I've run out of food. So I want to go ahead and eat a grilled necktail, a cooked meat, and also I'm going to eat a raspberry. And that's going to give me the maximum amount of food intake right there. And I'm just going to have to wait for my health to tick all the way to the top so I have the maximum amount of health for this boss fight. Because otherwise we're going to have a bad time, because it will probably, you know, 1 or 2 hit kill me. Alright, so we are almost at full health here, so we're going to go ahead and start this boss fight. Are you guys ready? Now, to make the offering, we need to put the deer head trophies in our quick slot, so just attach them to your quick slot, press the number, and wherever the glowing particles go, that's where the boss is actually going to spawn. So you can see it looks like it's going over there. So let's go ahead and ready an arrow. There it is! Hercene himself has spawned. We have insane boss music. He does fire lightning, so I would try and hug these pillars and kite him around them if you can. There he is. Lightning attack. Does a fair bit of damage with an AoE as well. So what you can do is you can keep shooting him and running around this sort of boss totem. But watch out for his AoE attack just there, because it really does hurt you. And do not let him melee you, because that does even more damage. Kind of just wanted to demonstrate it to you guys. But now we're going to go ahead and run into our little turtle fort. And we're going to sit up here and try and shoot him down. You're going to have to aim pretty high to actually hit him from here. He should come over to us. I'm gonna wait for her stamina to regenerate as he does. There we go. You see, we can pretty easily shoot him. He is going to do damage to the walls, but not enough to actually get them down. Haha! So this is like easy mode, really. And obviously it's even easier if you do it with your friend, because one of you can like aggro the boss while someone else just runs around and helps out killing it. And I am a very poor shot right now. Deary me. At least he isn't doing any damage to us. Take that. Is he running away from me? Let's head down. You can pick up all these items and rebuild them, by the way. You don't lose anything for repairing it. Even while he's destroying it, you can repair it. So the game's quite forgiving like that, really. Here he comes. Full power shot to the face. Oh! Oh god. AoE attack incoming. Right in the booty there. You can see I've deliberately left this log, like, felled in between me and the boss so I can actually use it to kite it as well. That's another really helpful tip that you guys can use to your advantage there. You can see I'm about to run out of that raspberry, so I'm going to go ahead and eat another one just so I have that ticking over as well. Don't let it melee attack you. It's got a bit of a wind up before it actually does the attack, so you know you can really take your time with that. You don't need to hold down your shots fully, though they will do more damage if you decide to. There's the AoE. 138 damage if you're standing close to it there. I think I've actually got it a bit stuck. Oh, okay. He's pissed now, man. Run, run, run! Oh god! He's right behind me. Just waiting for my stamina to come back so I can, like, effectively deal some damage. There we go. Oh, he even moves the log with those lightning shots. Oh, nice. Okay, he's almost down. I'm tempted just to go and beat him with a baseball bat, to be honest. You can sneak attack him as well. But there we go. We've taken out the first boss. God, he is so cool, man. Oh. And that is the head trophy there we can pick up. He also drops the hard antler as well. And now we can use that to craft a pickaxe and start making metal material. So in reality, you know, we really didn't need this structure on the shoreline, but, you know, very much useful if you are struggling with the boss fight. I appreciate not everyone can do it. Now, I believe you can summon the boss again if you offer the items again. It just requires another 2 and you can kill the boss repeatedly, I think. But he has dropped us 3 hard antlers, a piece of very hard antler, and also the Eikthyr trophy. This severed head oozes power. Offer it to the sacrificial stones. So let's go and head back to the sacrificial stones, just back here on the map. So here we are back at the stones, and our good friend Hugin is here. Return to the sacrificial stones with your Forsaken trophy and offer it as a sacrifice. The gods smile upon you. I shall indeed. So this is the deer stone. So let's go ahead and hook the sacrifice on it. Let's read it first, actually. His antlers are branches of iron. They crack the rocks and bring down mountains. His hooves are the sound of thunder. His voice a howling gale. Let's go ahead and attach it. Dude. Okay, so now we can activate a new power. Forsaken Sacrificed. Your ability to run and jump is improved. Jump stamina usage is minus 60% and run stamina is minus 60%. That is so good for me as an archer. You have been granted the power of Eikthyr. You can use this in your time of need. Your next target dwells in the Black Forest. Go there, explore the lands and uncover their lost treasure and resources. The Elder awaits. Now before we go to the Black Forest, we really do need some better armor. Now if we do activate this... Boom. We now have the power. I believe this lasts for around 20 minutes. But I think you can only use the power once per day for those 20 minutes. So now we need to find the second boss. Let's read the next stone here. First of the forest, king in the wood, lord over those who dwell at his feet. His roots will grow where cities once stood. Their blood his wine, their flesh his meat. So I think we actually need to go to the Black Forest, which I believe is in this direction around here, on the outer circle of where we are currently. And we will eventually find his summoning location. So back at our crafting bench, we can now actually go ahead and craft ourselves the Antler Pickaxe. This tool is hard enough to crack even the most stubborn rocks. and we can use this to mine metal and craft metallic items, which is pretty damn awesome. Let's go ahead and craft ourselves a couple of these. Black Forest is rich in minerals. There you can find copper in the ground and tin lining in the ocean shore. Now go forth and strike the earth. Now before we actually venture outside of this current area we've explored towards the Black Forest, which I'll be doing in a live stream later today, so subscribe with the bell icon for that, we're actually going to be building ourselves a beginner's house. The house will look like this once it is finished. Essentially, the reason that it has a hole in the side like this is so that it allows the smoke to come out without you choking to death inside. I'm going to very quickly show you guys how to build this house that has a fire in, so you can cook inside and also sleep and also get the well-rested bonus and stay warm while also keeping the rain off outside. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be clearing this area of land at the bottom here. So what we need to do is we need to equip the hoe just to terraform the area. So I'm going to go ahead and flatten this area and then stand here and just spin around like so I run out of stamina, and just carve out like a flat landscape so I can actually build on something. Please sir, get out of my house. Okay, so now we've flattened a nice little area here, we can go ahead and start building ourselves a house. So we're gonna have to build another workbench nearby so we can actually start building. And then we're going to go and select the 2x2 wooden floor, which is this thing here. And then we need to lay out the foundation of our house. And it's going to look like this. So you need to start with one just here and then another here. It's going to be 4 across, like so. And then you're going to build another 4 this way. And you might need to use your hoe to actually make sure the ground is flat completely around it. Otherwise, you'll end up with some areas in the dirt. So as you can see, we put these wooden floors down in a 4x4 sort of square around the center here. The second part, or the next step, is to get the 1x1 wooden floor. And that's going to go around the middle here, because right at the center, we're going to have our fire pit. I want this to be like quite a traditional sort of looking abode, with the center of the house as the hearth. Let's go ahead and craft the fire pit right in the center here. Actually give us some light. Pick up this wood just here. Next thing we're going to do is go back to our building materials, and we're going to get the wooden wall just here. I'm going to go ahead and put these down like so. Do remember to think about, where you actually want your door exit to be before you just build the whole thing. I actually want mine just to be here. So I'm going to leave a little gap there and carry on building the rest of it like so. Now this game's quite smart, so... Oh, Jesus Christ, I just set myself on fire. That happens all the time, man. We're going to put our door down just here. And we can go ahead and open it like so. The next thing we're going to use is the thatched roof 26 degrees just here. And also the corner as well. So we're going to go ahead and start with the corners because that's pretty simple. There we go, there's one. Two. Jesus, kind of hard to line them up correctly actually with the corners. There we go. And the last one just there. Okay, so now we need the thatched roof 26 degrees, and we can just go ahead and put... There we go. You can just go around the edge now. Should be pretty easy with the rest of it. And there we go. Now we've done the first... Ah, I'm on fire! Jesus! Now we've done the first part of our house. As you can see, it currently has a chimney, but it's not complete, my friends. Because now we need the thatched roof 45 degrees, which is just over here. And this is obviously like a 45-degree angle. Who would have thunk, eh? And we're going to put this, like, this is very important, this bit. So you're going to put 2 on one side, like this. Oh no, I've run out of wood. Jesus. See that wood? Boom. Look at that. immediate restock of wood. Ow! My toe. Jesus. Alright, so we're back inside now. We've got some more wood. We can put one on this side, and then we can put the other on the other side, like this. So what this basically does is it forms a roof over your house. So now, as you guys can see, if you come outside, what you essentially have is a triangle hole to let the smoke escape. So now you won't be choking to death inside, even when you have the heat on and, you know, the door shut. There we go. As you can see, we're all good. So now we can go ahead and build a new cooking spit. I'm going to build a new cooking spit just over the middle. By the way, make sure that you put 2 of these either side so that you can cook double the meat in the center there. And then we can go ahead and put some furniture down. So we can go ahead and make our bed in here too. I'm actually going to put them along the back wall here, like so. Oh, Jesus! Hello there, sir. Nice to see you. And I'll put another one just over here. And we'll have a little chest just in between, like so. Sleep away the night in your bed and awaken feeling refreshed and full of energy. After improvements to your home would be a nice chest so you can store items. And then we can obviously start storing some of the stuff that we find within these chests. But there you have it. That is our very, very simple house. Very efficient, and you can have your campfire in there without killing yourself, which is obviously a very useful thing. And you can also move your crafting bench over from the little shack that we built last episode. Alright, so the next tip I have for you guys is you are going to find a few shacks around the wilderness. Like there's one conveniently right next to our base just here. And some of these will have a beehive in them. Now if you go close to these, you'll start to hear the beehive buzzing. And if it actually attacks you, you will start to take some poison damage. So I recommend eating some food and attacking it with a melee weapon. You won't die, it's pretty minimal damage. Or alternatively, you can go ahead and use a bow, stand at a far distance, and then go ahead and shoot down the beehive, if you can actually hit it, unlike me. There we go, we've taken it out. Now, if you walk over, it has a high chance of dropping a queen bee. Let's go ahead and have a look. Oh, yeah, you can actually see it on the floor just there. There you go, I've picked it up, and now we've picked up a queen bee. We've also obtained the recipe for a beehive and some honey as well. So now we can actually go ahead and craft ourselves a beehive. Now, beehives are good because they're kind of like an unlimited source of honey that keeps refilling. So now, since it's dark, we can actually go inside our house, and I can show you guys. We can claim this bed here, and we can set it as a new spawn point, and we can go ahead and sleep. And it will actually, like in Minecraft, skip the time. You dream of a giant tree reaching out through the night. One half of its branches crackle with flames, the other are green with leaves. I think that's to do with the next boss, actually. Which is interesting. This is now our bed and spawn point. And we are on day 6, my friends. So now, because we have the queen bee, we can actually craft a beehive, which requires wood, a workbench, and 1 queen bee, which we have. So obviously we need to keep it within the territory of everything else in our house. I'm actually going to put it kind of just on the edge here, up this hill. Looks kind of nice there. There we go. So we can check the bees. It says the bees are happy. Currently, though, the beehive is actually empty. So we need to wait another day, and then we'll actually be able to collect honey from them. Honey can be used to make mead and become a Viking. Now, the next episode is actually going to be a live stream where we first enter the Black Forest, where we can find tin on the shore and also copper in ore veins. And we need our pickaxe, which we just got, to actually mine those materials. Aside from that, there's like tons of undead and crypts to explore. So I'm actually going to team up with some friends, and we're going to jump on together and explore that world. So if you want to join us in that live stream, check out the link below for that video. But before you go, if you want notifications of every time I'm live streaming, just subscribe with the bell icon as well, and then YouTube will let you know. And again, if you haven't liked the video yet, please do so, because I want to see this game do well. I love it so far. It's such a great game. leave a comment below, because that helps the YouTube algorithm as well, even if it's just like a random comment. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. And I'll keep doing these little guide videos as well on the side of the live streams. So, you know, you guys who like the tailored made videos can still watch those as well. But I'll see you soon.